15 years of my life, I was fine with sitting in the back seat of the car and minding my own business. I probably learned that because I had 3 brothers who were fighting for the front seat anyway, so it made sense to find some, consolation prize. So with my book or with company, I was happy in the back seat. And then I started to learn to drive, and I finally got my license. And I joined that wonderful club, that really popular club of backseat drivers. If I did not have control of the wheel, I was happy to give you directions. I was happy to tell you what you should be doing, what you missed with the hazards and the dangers of the roads. I was just happy to be in control. Now, I come by that trait, honestly, because within my circle, my family, and my friends, there are other backseat drivers. My mom starts before you even get into the car. She gives the warnings. It's not even her car, but she has some control, and she makes you so nervous. So I decided after, a couple of incidents where I was told to sort of be quiet, I decided that I was going to control this backseat driving and muffled my gasps and distracted myself and pressed down on my brakes, but I tried not to distract. But as I studied Genesis with the morning Bible study group, I realized that this trait goes way back, way back before cars were invented. We are, by nature, backseat drivers. We want to be in control. I mean, way back to the time of Adam and Eve, Abraham, his children and grandchildren, everyone thought they knew the better way of doing things, would want to hasten God's plan. Sarah decided to give her servant to Abraham because God couldn't really mean that she, who was past menopause, could have a child. We do things our way. And we find a lot of times that the problems that we have are created by our backseat driving. So when I heard this morning's scripture, this gospel story where Jesus urges his disciples to come to him, to take his yoke upon them, to learn from him, and so to get rest, I heard it as a message to backseat drivers. Jesus is saying to each of us who would want to control everything, even as we follow along, Jesus is saying, first, come to me. It's almost the invitation, yeah, you're a backseat driver, but come on up front. Come up, be close to me, be in relationship with me. And then he says, be yoked to me. That is intimate. The yoke, which often means something burdensome, something oppressive, something that traps you. In the time of Jesus, and certainly the time of Matthew, who wrote this gospel, the yoke didn't only represent the problems we talked about with the children, the problems in family, illnesses that we have to go through. The yoke represented the oppression from the government, the Roman government. It represented the oppression of the temple. The Pharisees, who had so many rules that you had to obey if you wanted to be with Jesus. Those burdens separated the disciples and the people of Jesus' time from relationships with God. And so Jesus says, come to me, take my yoke. My yoke which will bind us together in intimate relationship so that we can travel this journey together. Take my yoke. It is light. Take my yoke. It is easier than when you try to do it your own way. And then learn from me. Learn what I have been showing you, what I've called you to do, the work of mission, of helping each other, of reaching out to the least. This is the direction, the journey that I am taking you on. And what does it mean at the end? Not that every problem, every issue, everything that bears down on us will disappear. It means that we will have rest with Jesus because we are one with him. Every time I vest, I put on this stole. And I do not know if you know the significance of a stole. It is representing the yoke that I have with Jesus, that I am sharing with Jesus this yoke and service that I have been called to do, that I have given over backseat driving and letting Jesus lead the way. And I have to remember that even when I'm not doing any liturgical acts, even when I'm not wearing the stole, it is for me to hear that voice of Jesus saying, "Come to me, take my yoke, learn from me, and you'll find rest." It is for all of us as we journey through life. Whatever it is that's weighing us down, let us yoke ourselves to Jesus, follow him, and allow him to direct our way so that we can find rest. Amen.